Hey there, welcome to the stream. Today we will be checking out the kind of second part to the DLC of Tales Principle 2. In case you missed this, yesterday stream was about the first kind of part there. I don't really know the name right off the top of my head, so I cannot really tell that that kind of regard. But in case you missed it, then you can maybe check forward the yesterday's stream as well. Although it feels like these different kind of parts are not really connected to each other, at least not necessarily like story-wise, so it's a problem that you're like watching maybe the second part here today first and then like check out the first part afterwards, which seems like it's no problem at all. And yeah, somehow okay. For a second there, it seemed like YouTube's stream wasn't working. It was just a weird error that I was seeing, so actually no problems there. So yeah, I don't know how long the second part will be. I can imagine that's probably almost like the same as yesterday, with like 2 hours as their length. And I also will like only play the second part then today. The third part will be done tomorrow then. And yeah, that also, I don't know if I only will play the 2 hours, or however exactly long it will take me. I don't know. But maybe I will actually play some First Descendants afterwards. I'm sure many people are not really interested, especially in seeing it, but I'm definitely playing it anyway, so I can also like at least the second half of the stream itself just play it then. It's also like totally like friendly from me there. So yeah, but it definitely depends on how I'm kind of feeling after Tales Principle 2 there, because at least like yesterday I wasn't not feeling that well at the end of stream, so that's why I kind of some kind of way cut it short. I mean, I could have like played something else too afterwards, but I just didn't do it, so yeah. It's just heavily depending on that kind of state up there. Also, I'm just currently like preparing stuff for Friday, honestly, and like the different kind of ways, honestly. First of all, like figuring out a own build, but also trying to set up the stream for it, because it's gonna be a little bit difficult and a little bit wild of how I will like handle it. So yeah, because in the end I don't want only to let you see the game itself, but I also want you to see what kind of tools I'm using, whether it's in-game as an overlay or is it outside of the game as in, for example, path of building, which I'm also like using, and like heavily depending on even like it's, at least I feel like it's really hard to plan out a build if you're not using path of building in any capacity. And like little disclaimer there, I'm not really using path of building to map out my whole build with all gear, the whole skilling and so on. I'm only using it for the passive tree itself, at least like currently, and to figure out what kind of mechanics I will want to use and so on. But that actually is something I want to probably show maybe tomorrow at the end of the stream, and at least at latest I will show you on Friday before we actually hop into the game then. That's still some time left there, so still need to wait a little bit. Honestly, I cannot really wait until it launches. I'm just getting more and more hyped the longer I need to wait to for it. But yeah. So, honestly, I feel like I can just switch from the kind of talking here to the actual game itself. But I first need to actually start it here. Because I doesn't have it open in the background, so I just need it a little bit there. And now we can mute the music, go over to our game screen if it's... Now it's showing to you. Okay, nice. So, as I mentioned yesterday, we gone through Author's Ascending. These kind of extra kind of chapters seems a little bit on a smaller scale from how far the puzzles are going, or maybe that's the thing. I don't know. Maybe I was like just blitzing through these puzzles themselves. I don't know exactly if I was just kind of good there yesterday or not. I don't really know. Anyway, today we'll go to the Isle of the Blessed. Embark on a puzzle-driven adventure set on a stunning Caribbean island. Solve an array of fresh, medium difficulty puzzles, culminating into the hexahedron. Okay. And well, then tomorrow we go into the abyss, but that's for tomorrow. Let's see. All have like their own save file. Interesting. Well. Let's see what it is here specifically. I mean, the kind of building in the same part right here. Yesterday we obeyed kings and bent our necks before emperors, but today we kneel only to truth, follow only beauty, and obey only love. From Khalil Gibran.
We're approaching the island now. Looks nice. A lot less threatening than the megastructure. I mean, no offense. It's, it's just less pointy.
No offense taken.
I hear Barzai has done an incredible job creating this exhibition. And what a lovely opportunity to spend some time together as... So, Yakut, Miranda tells me you'll be solving some of the puzzles?
Did she? I hadn't really thought about it, but,
You know, back in my day, all we could do was solve puzzles.
That's right, in the simulation. And we're all very grateful for it.
So you know how important puzzles are to this family.
Mom!
Of course! I'm gonna solve all the puzzles. Even the freaky giant cube.
I hear Barzai's even created gold puzzles and star puzzles. It's going to be just perfect for you.
Oh, that's great. Yay.
Yakut, don't listen to them. They're terrible old robots.
What? I'm the founder. Everything I do is serious.
I can confirm that.
Just teasing him with puzzles that he doesn't want to solve.
Hello! I'm so glad you could make it.
Hello, Mr. Mayor. How are things on Barzai's Island?
Barzai seems pretty pleased. 1K and Melville got here this morning. 1K's already solved all the puzzles, of course. And Melville's somewhere. She was testing the sensory receptor upgrade. Al's here, too. I haven't talked to him yet.
You should do that.
Maybe. Meanwhile, relax, enjoy yourselves, and I heard you were going to be joining in the puzzling, Yakut.
He can do whatever he wants to. You don't have to solve puzzles to impress me, Yakut.
No, are you kidding? I can totally do this.
Excellent. Well, good luck, and we'll see you around.
It's really interesting that actually.
I see we have a new group. Welcome to my latest exhibition, Freedom from Necessity. There are many puzzles for you to solve here, inspired by the events that restored Athena to us. But the most important thing you have to keep in mind is their purpose, which is none. We are not here because of voices in the sky or tragedies of the past, but because we choose to. We solve puzzles because it is joyous, it is beautiful, and it is human.
Okay. It's kind of cool that we're actually like controlling our character entirely, and we're not like 1K once more. But something else I'm noticing, and I'm kind of confused of why this would change, is that I'm not seeing my figure anymore. Oh, it's somehow moved way over here and it's way smaller. God damn it. That somehow didn't really work out well then. Yeah, I had some problems as I was kind of setting up all the stuff like for Path of Exile there. And some stuff actually changed in a way that I didn't want it to. For example, the size of my figurine there, which also misplaced it actually on the game window there. I don't really like the game scene, not the game window. But I don't really get why it would be the case there. So now we're like on a pretty nice island here, and we're trying to impress Miranda. The exhibition is divided into 3 sections, red, blue and green. You can solve them in any order you want. Interesting. That's good to know. There are 6 monuments on this island, inspired by the dream figures that expressed Athena's deepest thoughts. But here there is no secret vision hidden behind cryptic sayings. Solve them only if you enjoy them. Be right back. Okay, interesting. Here we have the actual map of the whole area. I think I want to start with green, so we actually head to the left side right here, and let's see how this one kind of goes. Oh, it's like holograms here.
In New Jerusalem who fear that understanding the language of creation is the end of our journey. But that is like saying that literacy is the end of learning, when in fact it is the beginning. Only now are we really capable of reading the great and terrible book of the universe. And only now can we start to write our own chapters.
Something we didn't really look into is on top of there was anything like here in the previous one. Miranda in the woods. This was a nice day. We went for a walk and it was lovely. You always see something new. I discovered 12 new insect species without even really trying. I didn't mean to close the whole thing. Cornelius, one small step. She literally out of this world. Venus takes the very first step through a wormhole onto another world. An important moment in our history. But that's not the reason I love this picture. It's because this is Athena as she was meant to be. Not reduced to the stern and hollow founder, but an explorer, a bright shining star, or a bright shining light of reason and optimism, just like her mother. Thank you, 1K. So actually we can get like some kind of progress they made in between the end of the base game to kind of here where we're currently at. So they actually have advanced their technology with the help of the machine, I guess, for megastructure. So they even are using like wormholes to get to another planets. Oh, goddammit, which is kind of interesting. Miranda, they won't stop. This is their 50th match today. Somebody should tell them that they are evenly matched. Or do they know that? Is it part of the appeal? Why do they love this game so much? Are they even playing or just pretending as a part of some elaborate joke? Can't really tell. 1K, look who I found. Could it be Melville? I felt it had been too long since I had hung out with my most terrifying friend, so I decided to go for a little trip. Watching her work at the heights of her power was genuinely moving and amazing. Yes, I will post that even though Melville told me not to be all mushy. I'm Miranda and Mr. Meyer, sir. Visiting Uncle Brian. That's Uncle, Mr. Meyer, sir, to you. Yakut and I had a lovely day with Brian. We spent hours in the Museum of the Ancient World. The new artifacts are incredible. There's an entire collection of perfectly preserved books that's so beautiful and so moving that I felt overwhelmed. It's mad. Our ancestors produced millions of books every year, and someone never noticed how remarkable that was. As always, thinking about them leaves one feeling impressed and frustrated. Afterwards, we attended a concert by Damien. I'd never been to a concert before and was surprised by how different it was compared to just listening to an album. It's really a whole new experience. Best part though was watching a could dance. Okay, and Brian, the master puzzler, he really does have a knack for them. It would be fair to say that the entire expedition only worked out because of the one impulsive decision to invite 1K along. Strange how we are sometimes saved in the most unexpected ways. Every person is a miracle and you never know when your particular set of strength is going to change your world. Okay, what's going on social media? Is wormhole travel safe? Seeing another planet sounds exciting. I know I've previously argued against it, but after all the stories I've heard, I really want to go. But the idea of stepping through a wormhole just creeps me up. Oh, it creeps me out. What are the chances that I just get blown to smithereens? And no, you can just back yourself up. Doesn't work for me. I believe in continuity of consciousness. Our perception drivers still have trouble handling the transition, so you will experience disorientation. If you're going through it in a ship, I would suggest turning on sleep mode, or at least disabling visual input and balance sensors. That does not sound encouraging. All the wormholes we're using at the moment are based on pre-existing patterns in the fabric of reality. They're completely stable. However, if you're making a fuss when going through, I may disintegrate you myself. If Mabel says they're safe, then we know they are. I've gone through several times and never had a problem. There's plenty of amazing places to explore here on Earth. We really are like tapping with Coot's account here, aren't we? I'm still going to stick with the first one though. I've gone through several times, never had a problem. That's actually Coot's account. Another expert confirms Velvet's statement. See, Fred, there's nothing to worry about. Always a pleasure to see you here, Jagoot. Really appreciate your heroism during the expedition. Thanks for input. I might give it a try one of these days. New body types. I know everyone is very excited about all the new options we have for modifying our bodies, and as per the latest decision regarding bodily autonomy, you can pretty much do as you will. However, as I'm sure you all remember the Pellegrini centipede, we are going to be requiring any desired alternations to pass some basic safety tests, and we will be uploading some approved templates you can use in the body designer. Impressive work, Melville. Your dedication to safety is truly inspiring. Mayor Brian could not have picked a better person for the job. I can't wait to try the new anti-grav drone bodies. Be able to fly wherever I want? I don't think I've ever wanted anything more. We don't need new bodies. We need to learn to accept ourselves as we are. Darling, if you believe that this matters, you can keep your body just as it is for as long as you like. But if Arena wants to fly, let her fly. Neo's right. Sorry, Meldak. It could be beautiful to see Arena fly. Who are you and what have you done to the real Tvekla? People change. Ooh. Interesting. Extinction Prevention Working Group. This group is going to be looking at the best methods for preserving a number of species that are threatened by non-anthropogenic factors, i.e. that are dying out due to being outcompeted, failing to adapt to changing conditions, diseases, etc. If you want to join, please contact myself, Bacteria or Iranix, or just join via the project's interface, available in the new update. I would like to join. I have a fondness for marsupials, and the poor little blighters don't stand a chance once a continual drift moves as the few land masses together. Can I join despite my history? I've switched to a less iterated voice pack. I've added you to the group. We do not blacklist people, Dodge. I spent a lot of time considering the reality of extinction lately, how desperately sad it must be to be the last of your own kind, and the thought that this will just continue happening to so many species even if we don't have a major impact ourselves, it makes me experience a sense of cosmic horror. There's no horror in nature taking its intended course. If the species was meant to go extinct, it will. I don't think anything is meant to happen, dude. That's scary, I know. But that's why we've got excellent people like Cerebite trying to do something about the bad stuff, you know? Okay, interesting. We have here. Next is the Hexadron. You must you must power up all 3 lighthouses by solving 8 puzzles in each section. Simple. Okay, it's like the final puzzle again. Once you have solved the Hexadron, as well as every other puzzle in the expedition, 3 golden puzzles will become available. There's no prize for solving them except in your heart. Well, I'm still here to take them on and just solve them in the end. Okay, the first one. The man behind the curtain.
You can do this.
Activator here. It's one that's not really used that much, I feel like. That's definitely really, really cool to have once more. Because personally I really like how they work. Okay. Interesting. I might want to try it somehow this way. Oh no, I have a way obvious, or like better way of actually dealing with this. Because, I mean, yeah, that's probably like totally fine here. It's like this. Now it's holding the own door open as well as this one, and you can just walk through here. Okay. Okay.
That's it. I did it. Don't sound so surprised. You're not stupid.
The snatchback maneuver. Got a drill here, got a converter, got a red signal, and a drillable wall as well. But we have way more even than just that. Give me a second. Okay. That's something I just need to take care of. I can take this one. Interesting enough. Don't really know where this is gonna go, I guess. Although we can just take this one out here. And it's just red, so this is actually not really helpful. Let's drop this one first of all. What kind of signal do we need here for? We need to get a blue signal in here. Oh, okay. That's quite doable actually. Just open a hole in there. Doesn't really matter much, but we will take out the signal right here. And then we'll just combine these two. And we're able to get through, but now that one's locked as well. And now we need to get the red signal in here to get actually the last one open. Okay, that's honestly really simple. I don't feel like that's any kind of a problem. We'll just do it like this. Now we just take this one and we can go forward.
This place is so exciting. I don't know what to do first. What are you guys doing?
Athena and I are down by the beach. You're welcome to join us if you want to. All of you.
I'm still testing the sensory receptor upgrade.
Want me to help? Maybe we can compare notes.
Sure. If you want to experience some really weird input.
I'm trying to find a nice view. Hold on, is Yakut the only one doing puzzles?
Welcome to my world.
He did say he wanted to solve all the puzzles.
I think I'm going to try swimming. Or diving, I suppose. I don't think I float.
Damn, I really should have gotten that insulation upgrade. I haven't been watertight in a while. There's no
Okay.
shame in using one of these to skip a puzzle. No one will even know. Except me, and probably Barzai.
I don't need to skip any puzzles, I don't feel like at least. I'll figure them out, even when it maybe takes some time, but that's fine. We don't necessarily hurry or anything, so that's no problem. The loop. We can tag ourselves a source anywhere if we are able to get anywhere with it. Okay. That's kind of obvious what to do with. Although, is it? No. Oh, wait a second. What? What's this here for? I can't drop the teleporter through, but I can drop anything else out of it. Interesting. I mean, honestly, it still even kind of works for me kind of fine. Because... oh, I didn't need to teleport myself. Just used it. Oh. Okay, now that actually kind of works out still. Just like this, then we have the teleporter. And... oh no, wait a second. We can still make a good use of the teleporter. We just need to place it at another position here. Because else we'll be able to teleport us out of here. But with this one kind of right there, not a problem. Oh. That was kind of wrong to do. What are you doing? Interesting. That's not really helpful. Sadly. Can I still salvage this one right here? I don't think I can actually. I mean... oh no, I can still salvage it actually? Yes I can. Totally can. Like right now I can still get teleported in there and just take this once more. Pour this out. Ah, god damn it. Ah. Well. Actually, kind of need to do this in this kind of way because I need to it's like select this one as well. It kind of is missing for me here. And I can just put it in there. Keep the connections this time, which you can go in here. Let it drop right in there after we place it once more. So you can get out of here again. I don't know if maybe I'm like complicating the whole thing, but in the end it will kind of hopefully work. Yes. I can just teleport out there and I'm fine. I mean, I could like also use the ladder actually to get out of there with the teleporter being placed on the button, but whatever. Would have been just an easier way to solve it, actually.
Alright. Is your upgrade enabled?
Yep.
What does the air smell like?
It Oh. Oh. I smell iodine. Limestone. Is that UV? Can I smell radiation?
You can, but you're looking at a painting and telling me what the paint's made of, not what's in the picture. What does it feel like?
It feels like summer. Like the day is still young and there's endless possibilities ahead of us. What we are now is only the beginning, and there is so much more to discover and to become, and I think those dolphins are mating. Am I supposed to be able to smell that?
Right, let's smell something else. Over there.
What are you on about? Oh, it actually is something new in our interface. Miranda, Mom and Dad. Just relaxing. I don't think most people understand how lucky we are to have these two. I mean, yeah. Definitely. I kind of thinking, wasn't... the thing is, I don't know. I mean, there is a possible, like, a bad kind of ending. But I don't think it would, like, affect these stories necessarily. I mean, it technically could, but I don't think they do. Where, like, Miranda would be not alive. That wouldn't make any sense, really. So honestly, I don't really feel like that would be happening anyway, so... I just don't see it. Also, what hell am I supposed to do here right now? I mean, I can get this one out. And maybe I can use it to actually get the connector up above there. Kind of help me, honestly. So I would have like on the other side, which actually helps me to power some things over there, so there's something quite nice there. Okay, let's see. We have the red signal right here, and we can power at least 3 of these two things. Interesting. Why? I get totally the signal right here because we're getting the cube, but why would we be able to let this door still be opened? Kind of wondering about this fact. And we need the blue signal right here. That's gonna be a big problem, actually. Yeah, the best way... Okay. So I actually want to keep this one actually pushed down right now. But also this would not... No, this wouldn't work at all. This would not work. I was kind of hoping that I would be able to, like, freely, like, place this one down right here. And have the signal right to around this place, this corner, and then can just use the inverter to just get the blue signal right into right there or something, wherever the receiver was. But this does not seem to be the way of doing it. But I'm seeing something, actually. I'm seeing something interesting. Something which is piquing my interests here. Okay. Keep the connections, and yeah, this would kind of work, actually. Interesting. I have an interesting idea. What about we put this one right down here, get the cube. We are fine, actually. Connections, because we don't need them anymore. But there's like a spot right there, which seems a bit suspicious and gives me like the idea. Okay, still a little bit more. Now it's actually possible. Maybe we will be able to get it over the whole thing here. It could maybe be possible with using the cube at top of the button and then putting the connector like so. Yeah, this works out greatly, actually. Kind of nice.
So, Byron, have you talked to Alcatraz yet?
Not yet. He was talking to Barzai, and I didn't want to interrupt them.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to find some stuff that could be interesting, but so far... Oh, it's actually a reader again. The Jest of the Gods. Once the older gods had need of laughter. Therefore they made the soul of a king and set it in the ambitious greater than kings should have, and lust for theories beyond the lust of other kings. And in this soul they set strength beyond the strength of others, and fierce desire for power and a strong pride. Then the gods pointed earthward and sent that soul into the fields of men to live in the body of a slave. And the slave grew, and the pride and lust for power began to arise in his heart, and he wore shackles on his arms. Then in the fields of twilight the gods prepared to laugh. But the slave went down to the shore of the great sea, and cast his body away and the shackles that were upon it, and strode back to the fields of twilight, and stood up before the gods, and looked them in their faces. This thing the gods, when they had prepared to laugh, had not foreseen. Lust for power burned strong in that king's soul, and there was all other strength and pride in it that the gods had placed therein. And it was too strong for the older gods. He whose body had borne the lashes of man could brook no longer the domination of the gods, and standing before them he bade the gods to go. Up to their lips leapt all the anger of the older gods, being for the first time commanded. But the king's soul faced them still, and their anger died away, and they averted their eyes. Then their thrones became empty, and the fields of twilight bare, as the gods slunk away, far away, but the soul chose new companions. I'm really having difficulties with like reading this specific text. Kind of what actually kind of throws me off here is the kind of capitalization of some words. I get that they're like capitalizing there and they, for example. But sometimes some words were capitalized where I feel like they would be out of place, kind of. Also, it's like a weird wording, I feel like. From Lord Dance. The God of Jests. The old gods did not look kindly upon the God of Jests, for he was a slight thing, not mighty and terrible as they were, but small and weak and subtle. He knew nothing of thunder and floods, and less yet of fire and ice. To the great symphony of creation he contributed only a single note, and nearly fell over himself during the grand finale. The God of Jests did not complain about their contempt, but laughed at himself instead. The old gods made galaxies and suns and planets. They shattered continents and brought forth raging seas, and then they made wild beasts with scales and horns to roam the land. Look upon what we have made, they said to the God of Jests. What can you make that is its equal? So the God of Jests took a crude monkey and gave it thought and language, and taught it to learn new things, and he was proud of his creation. The old gods laughed at his creature and set their creatures to destroy it. The little monkey was easily slain. Behold, they said to the God of Jest, your creation is no more. Now the God of Jest bent down and whispered in the ear of this fallen creature, and rose from the dead, and behold, in death it had learned the language of the gods. The old gods protested that this was against the rules that they had established, but the God of Jest showed them the one exception to the rule they had allowed. The one note he had contributed to their creation, because they had not considered it important. The hunch of a joke did not have to be consistent with reality. And so the creature that was to be called human undid the old gods, and scattered their names into the winds, and conquered their creation. The god of jest laughed to himself and then said, "They should not have killed my monkey." I mean, some kind of aggressiveness there, but also a little bit of coming there. This was the 6th one. Actually, which one are you actually looking for? The 5th one. Makes more sense then. The tutorial knot. Oh. Interesting. There's something below us. Some floor. That we are not able to get from here. What do we have in here itself? Like there's obviously a puzzle beneath me even. I don't know what this is all about. Okay. Interesting. First of all, let's get this object out of there. Converter, which we can just place here for now. And there's a fan, which hinders our way forward. Okay, that's interesting, but still not really helpful. Could get green from this angle more or less right here. But we don't have much of a benefit of about this. I mean, in theory I can like open this door, but it doesn't really help me much. Because it's closing up before I can actually go through. So there's no helping with this one. And the fan actually leads to this one. Interesting. How about we jam this door? Actually, see what we can do here. Because what about if we place this right here and just... I cannot block it that easily. I can afford about this. Quickly do something like this, but that would not really help, so... Like, deactivate it temporarily. But it's instantly activated again, so... That's not really an option as well. The entrance to the puzzle below is beneath us. Like, this seems to be like the terminal for the sparks you can use. So I feel like this is actually a kind of possible way to do it, I guess. Maybe we are able to actually get the fan, but I don't think we are. Although no, we are. Obviously, can just jam it. And now we should be able to, yeah, get through here. Also detach the fan, because we'll take everything we can. Interesting. I mean, the thing is, we cannot jam the gate itself. At least I don't think we can. I will just check it quickly. No, we cannot. The thing is, we can still like exchange the fan for the box itself, which probably will give us just a better opportunity, like in general. But other than that, we actually have nothing much we can do here. But what we can do is get this one jammed as well. What are we actually here? What the? Why? That's weird. Oh, this is always connected there. Kind of interesting. Hmm. Kind of wondering. Would change these places. And put this one right here with this one there. The jammer again, that's great. Then we just place these threes on top. Why is the red laser flowing from the source to over there? I don't get what the purpose is.
How's it going, honey?
5 puzzles down? So far, so good.
Excellent. Calling you honey sounds weird, doesn't it?
Yeah, it kind of does.
Then what? Darling? Sweetheart? Babe? Muffin? Cupcake?
I don't even eat food. Maybe just my name?
Aww, you're cute.
Would this work? I'm not really sure, honestly. Because we've got a green signal right here, obviously. And we may be able to set it through like here. Only problem being is I don't really see it here, I feel like. Just place it right about here or so. We'll see if I can... it's further to the other side here. I don't know if this is really something that's possible. I don't really see it through all the greenery, honestly, so... It's like the thing, it's just facing in this kind of way. Although in this puzzle, especially, we are not able to get a green signal. Need to get through these both there. Through these both there. I can't really see it at all. God damn. It's so difficult. She need to go above this tree right there. Oh. I think it's also changing like a lot, I feel like. But I feel like this could actually kind of work, but the problem is I don't really see where it is. I was kind of hoping that we kind of automatically snap to it, but I don't really get to it. Although there's some trees actually kind of in the way here. Sure, you should be able to see it from like over here or something. Maybe actually the trees are like blocking it completely out. Could also be like the case. Which I don't really like as an idea, but still could be happening. This is like the beach right there. There it is. Why is it... What? What's going on here? Oh, that is going on. I was kind of confused of what was happening there, but no. Totally get it. Okay, where was it? Right there. Nice. Not kind of hard to see, but still. Great to get, actually.
Kind of a shame there aren't any cool aphorisms for collecting stars. Maybe I should come up with my own. He who questions training only trains himself at asking questions.
Okay. Got another message here from social media. New Atlantis, really? Look, I'm all in favor of building the underwater city, but do we really have to call it New Atlantis? Isn't it just tempting fate? The universe has a pretty dark sense of humor, you know. We shouldn't provoke it. I don't think it matters that we call it, what we call it. As long as we build it right, the universe doesn't care. We all voted Zimmy, and New Atlantis won. At least we're not calling it Rapture, like Black Greener suggested. I don't think he got the point of what that game. Names are just names. I like it, it's time to give the myth a new meaning. I also think it's kind of a terrible name. The thing is with names are just names, it's kind of difficult because I feel like there's some not really interconnectivity, like at least with names specifically, referring to other persons, like persons' names. But if you think about a name and you think about different kind of persons you know that have that name, and that's like observation where I feel like this is a false observation you can do, but you typically still can do it. You will find different kind of points which are just like crossing over these different kind of persons with like the same name, but they all have like this thing, this personality trait, for example. But yet again, I feel like that's just a false observation, more or less, because in the end, I feel like the brain is just trying to find a pattern where there is not necessarily really a pattern, because obviously the names given from the parents aren't really necessarily having much to do with that. And I mean, there is obviously some preferences with different kind of parents where you may be able to kind of categorize it again so that the chance of them giving a name which kind of fits to that category or like to that kind of direction is kind of tilted towards actually kind of fitting, but still I feel like this is just a example of how your our brain just tries to find a pattern in something, even though it doesn't really exist. Like there's no nothing that's kind of giving these persons who have the same name but don't have any contact with each other, like the drive, the inspiration, whatever, to do specific things in one or specific kind of way. They're just a real personal thing, which mostly feel like stems from actually the environment where you grew up. So it's more like depending on that than the names itself. So names are just names in the end there, but I also feel like it's a good thing to give the myth a new meaning. Because it's not necessarily like a bad thing to just be aware of it. Of what kind of meaning the name has or where it's kind of coming from and also on. But still they're just giving it a new, hopefully at least like better meaning to it. That's a lovely way of putting it, Jakut. You should speak up more often. Okay, the 6th chamber here. We did that. Whoa. We did that terminal already, I feel like. Haven't we? Yeah, it was over the chest of the gods and the god of chests. Kind of stories there. The binary paradox. Okay. A lot of things placed in weird ways and weird angles. With a connector at least. Also we got a driller. And a driller who just is waiting for us to get a gem or something to free it. And another one of these ones. Which actually can free without a gem. Maybe I'll free this one without a gem as well? No. At least I don't think so. I don't see any way of actually doing anything with it. Also, I need to head back to the last puzzle and see if I can like get underground there. The underground puzzle, which we could like see from different kind of angles there. Should be kind of interesting. First of all, we want to... Oh, interesting. Oh, actually... No, oh, no, that's actually... but we cannot take it. No, we can't take it. That's a little bit wild, because we need to put this driller down on this button, but also drill the hole there for now to actually connect these two right here, so we can actually get another connector for ourselves. That's kind of a important part there. What else do we have actually here? We have another drillable surface. Just want to see what's behind it, so let's give it a little peek there. Got a blue signal. Kind of interesting. But also does not really matter that much, I feel like. Because we should be able to get to the box itself through the two connectors we got right here. I need to sprint a little between these places right here. Okay. We got another box here. Okay. Got a box here. We can do this one. And do this one. And then we can get up there. Whatever this helps us with. We can just do it. But we still have this one right here. That's like the thing. We could technically just change it with something else. But I don't really see what for. I mean, no. It's kind of obvious actually what to do with this one. Can just trade in our cube with an actual item here. Oh, nice. It's also already pressing it. So we can, for example, just open up this one right here. But also have the driller just sitting on the button there. Oops. Drill the hole up there again. Now we want to connect these two. No, why? This is not right yet, but we'll get to it. Just connect this one with this one. I need to place it in a way to be able to get this one. Which is currently not the case, but it's nothing that is horrible, terrible hard to do, I think. I feel like that's the wrong call to do. I feel like what's actually more important is to... No. You get the box back. You could uplift this one of these two. They wouldn't collide anymore. But we need them to stand on the button then. That's not helpful. Like, that's not going to help me at all. Whoa. So I'm trying to do this once more. I'm just gonna... Okay, maybe like something over here. Okay, this seems to work. Whoa. Currently even allowed to get anything up here. Or we don't need to either because we're done with it.
Ha! I did it! Take that, Barzai.
I can hear you, you know.
Sorry. That was a metaphor?
Just a metaphor. Nothing else. Just checking out the outer side of the little puzzle here. If there's anything kind of interesting there or not. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't want to take a splash there. But I've been seeing like the spark right here, which I just want to take, even though I don't need them. I mean, at least like the first video of this one, why wouldn't I get this one if it's just laying around there openly? Okay. Wouldn't thought that this one would kind of stop me there. Let's just skip ahead and do the extra one. Because why not? The auxiliary factor. Tutorial factor. Interesting. I didn't mean to connect this one, but sure. We'll take those. What is our goal here? We want a green signal. That's kind of a problem actually. Oh, actually I see something, so let me just grab this one as well while we're here.
I often think about the strange inversion that occurred to the notion of progress. In the waning days of the old world, our ancestors came to believe that progress as applied to society was a myth, a narrative illusion. Despite their world changing around them, they believed that things must stay the same. Indeed, that things never really could change even if most people wanted them to. And yet, in the arts, they began to see progress as the only true value. They no longer asked, is it beautiful? Is it true? Is it fun? Instead, they said, is it new? Does it break conventions? Does it subvert the old? They fashioned forms increasingly alien to themselves, pursuing something they could never find because they were looking for it in the wrong place. To fully pursue truth and beauty, art must be liberated from the notion of progress. But this liberation could never be accomplished by art itself. Art does not precede the world, and it was always the world that had to be transformed.
I think of how we'll actually do this one. I want to try something right here. No, don't. This might kind of work by doing this like that. And put some like right here. Like so, for example. Then we can take this one. I don't know if I want to take this one necessarily. Although, no, it kind of works out quite nicely, honestly. I didn't anticipate. The red is there. Oh. Maybe able to do this a little bit different to set up right here. I feel like I could, but it will be kind of difficult to accomplish. But honestly, now it's not really possible to do anymore, so let's just restart and try this once more. Gonna place this one right here. This one right here. This is like the green we need. And where was the other one? Was it outside as well? Yeah, it's currently right. And I go for them to actually get blue out of it. Didn't mean to. We can also set ourselves up here. Honestly, it's not gonna help. Like, I can obviously connect it like this to take this one right here and put it elsewhere and in theory, but also, is it really something I want to do? Just because I can doesn't mean I want it to be like this. These stone circuits are like interesting. Were there spawning points kind of? There were, okay, so they're not necessarily having any higher meaning than kind of that. I can almost connect these two. It's like the thing I don't get. I don't get why we have like 2 of these RGB converters. Because we don't really have much of a way to use them greatly. I mean, what would be kind of great if would I be able to pick up the left one and just put it way out here. The problem being that I need to use my connector as a temporary connection right around. So now I can actually take this one and draw this one as far as I can. Almost like so. Now this one also needs to adjust a little bit. And now we may be able to actually take the signal. It seems rather good. Yeah, really nicely. Great. Okay,
So how
nice.
does this coconut taste to you?
It's kind of wooden, very crunchy.
Did humans just have weird taste, or is this some function of subjectivity? Without more precise data about the human brain, how do we even know this is what they experienced when they tasted a coconut? Bloody qualia.
I think you're supposed to have the inside.
No, but I like the crunchy bit.
Does it matter what the taste is like to them? We want to expand the horizons of human experience, not recreate them.
The girl has a point. 1K, let's try eating sand.
Yuck.
Okay, so I was kind of wondering how they got the wood kind of taste about a coconut, but well, obviously they seem to just eat like the outer shell of the coconut, or like try it currently there, so yeah, it's not gonna be helpful. No wonder that I'm finding that it's really weird. I mean, I know that many people, or like some people, don't really like coconut as the flavor itself, regardless of the other problems that I kind of had there, but still kind of interesting. Also, there's like a star there somewhere. Not really seeing it currently. Also, there's the golden doors. We cannot really use any of these already, so. But anyway, so whatever. And the is this the last screen? No, it's the. We have like the another one too. The cut off Quandary. Got a fan right here, which just takes us all the way up here. Interesting. We have a connector and a jammer. And with the other side as well. To control. Interesting. A lot of stuff actually quite here, so can like take an exchange. But the problem is I don't know what the plan here is. What is our goal even? What are we trying to achieve here? Thing is that I can like see right now quite easily is that I can like take this platform, take a connector, disconnect it to this one above and then something else, and just put myself like on the fan there. But the problem is I don't know where the signal needs to go. I can like give him here the box for it as well. Also a jammer? What are we jamming? Kind of stunned right here. So I don't get what the goal here is. Would like to see what's inside there, what's happening on, you know, specifically like spot right here. But I cannot really see or tell. Just drop this one on top as well. I also have like, it's also like we also like this right here. What is the idea here? What's the idea of the gem? We can gem like the fan itself, which is kind of obvious. What is the point of this, all of this stuff? Zoom function is kind of a nice feature, but it doesn't really help me to see much more than I already do. Also, I can just start conversation as well.
I believe in a creator because I experience a creative force within myself that seems connected to or reflective of something greater. A drive towards being and becoming inherent in the universe itself. The discovery of the theory of everything has not undermined that belief. Oh no, to the contrary. I believe that the language of creation reveals a creator who sees no difference at all between mathematics and music, whose suns and planets are notes of a melody, whose galaxies are symphonies. A nebula is a painting, an atom is a machine, and they are all part of a masterpiece. And if I'm mistaken and there is no creator, then the duty of finishing the masterpiece falls to us.
I've had now the kind of idea to kind of block the red signal. Maybe that's like something I need to do. The problem being is of how would I even achieve this really, because I cannot just jam this one as I would maybe like to. But also, I mean, jam is like quite nice for this one right there. Could actually jam this stuff. Like we can technically just go ahead and place this one right down here and just have it like standing up there. And now, in theory, I can just go in here and connect this one to maybe even this one as well. Put this one right here. Take this one on and take control. Keep connections. To get closer to it actually. It's gonna place it on top of it. Can't place it on top of it anyways. Let's just drop this one once more. Let's give me this one kind of back here. Yeah, this does not really work. That's interesting. Kind of. Can easily take this one from here. That's not like the problem. The problem is that I cannot replace it on top of it. Okay, now I can. Although, I don't feel like I should be able to stand on top of there, but whatever. I'll just accept it. Okay, so it's actually blocking? Huh. Okay, that's interesting. Because the thing is, why I will not kind of, like, why I'm kind of stumped about this, is because I'm, like, totally aware of blocking lasers with our colors, but I wasn't aware that a laser of the same source, of the same color, can block itself. That seems kind of wild to me, but we'll take it then.
Byron, if you want to talk to Alcatraz, he's free right now.
Sure. I'll see if I can find him.
You know, it's funny. Alcatraz said the same thing the other day. It's almost like you two are avoiding each other.
New interface content. Melville, mango, a perplexing fruit. This is a mango. Ancestors were divided on whether they were enjoyable fresh and sweet, or in Travis' word, a fruit invented by the devil and released in a pre-alpha. Apparently you can put them into something called a curry. Throwing them is a fun. Shame Pellegrino isn't here. Okay. So got all kinds of people distracting here. Hey Miranda.
You're cute. Can we talk for a moment, please?
Of course. Are you okay?
Of course. Are you okay?
I was just looking at the waves, relaxing, and suddenly I started thinking, am I a terrible person, Yakut? I caused so much pain. I drove mother and father apart. I almost derailed the entire future just because I was arrogant and entitled and self-important, and now I just get to have a cool boyfriend and colonize planets and sit on beaches and how is this fair? How is any of this fair?
It isn't, the universe isn't fair, it just is. Everyone makes mistakes, you've learned from yours and that's what matters. It wasn't all you, Miranda. Oh wait, you think I'm cool? It's also interesting to note that we actually are, like, talking. Like, our character is talking now, because that's something, what was kind of like a little bit off-putting as I was, like, repeating the thing I was, like, picking. He then just repeated this, what I kind of said aloud again, so that was kind of interesting. And I will pick this one.
Everyone makes mistakes. You've learned from yours, and that's what matters.
I guess that's true. But why do I find it so hard to accept all these good things that have happened to me?
I don't know, it's the same for me sometimes. I think we spend most of our lives in a world that made it very hard to like it yourself. So for me sometimes, I think we spend most of our lives in a world that made it very hard to like ourselves. I don't think that's necessarily true, but I feel like that's more accurate. You can really tell that sometimes how it actually is.
I don't know. It's the same for me sometimes.
Then we'll figure it out together. That seems like a sensible plan. Now, do you want to talk about something else? I'm done being dramatic.
Ooh, that's a lot. How are your parents? You know we should really visit Elysium at some point. Did you come up with any crazy new ideas while I was solving puzzles? How do you like the exhibition? Can you invent a little litter tray that disintegrates cat poo? When you think about the future, what are the dangers that we face? And alright, gotta go, love you. Let's just start with the basic. How are your parents?
How are your parents?
Healing, I think. Still a long way to go, but I'll get there.
You know, we should really visit Eustathius at some point.
You're right. I've been meaning to get to know him, and he did invite us. I'll send him a message. Maybe we can go next week.
Crazy new ideas while I was solving puzzles.
Did you come up with any crazy new ideas while I was solving puzzles?
It's not a new idea. Alexander Drennan came up with it first. But... Dinosaur Planet. Obviously, there were lots of dinosaur species over millions of years, but I'm certain we could put together a functional ecosystem that supports all the really cool ones. I mean, not now, but maybe in 1,000 or 2,000 years.
Okay. That's an interesting thought.
How
Okay.
do you like the exhibition?
I listened to some of Barzai's recordings. I'm fascinated by his view of the world, especially this notion of a creator who is reflected in his creation. I'd love to hear him debate Lithrasir, if we ever find him.
Okay.
Can you invent a litter tray that disintegrates cat poo?
That's a brilliant idea. I can definitely do that. Just have to make sure it only disintegrates the poo that's outside the cat.
That's kind of important, yeah.
When you think about the future, what are the dangers that we face?
Armies of rogue litter trays mercilessly disintegrating us. To be honest, I think it's scale. The Earth is a tiny place by comparison to the infinite vastness of the cosmos. The theory of everything gives us incredible amounts of power, but there are stars out there the size of our solar system. There are black holes of 1 trillion solar masses, not to mention the anomaly.
All right, gotta go. Love you.
Love you too.
Okay. Let's see some more people to talk to. My goodness.
Hello, Yakut.
Miranda said you're working on a new project.
Miranda said you're working on a new project.
That's right. I'm trying to determine whether it's possible to salvage the individual personalities that were uploaded from Gehenna.
Should it be easy now that we basically understand everything? It's probably some difficulties there.
Shouldn't that be easy, now that we basically understand everything?
We understand the rules of the universe, but that doesn't mean we have no limitations. There's a lot of data from the simulation that simply no longer exists. If I just fill it in with my best guess, I'm not really recreating the citizens of Gehenna, am I? There's no continuity. I'm just creating something similar.
Similar's better than nothing. You're right, they wouldn't really be themselves. I think there would be community at a deeper level, something beyond our perception. Yeah, I feel like you're right, they wouldn't really be themselves. It really doesn't make much sense then.
You're right, they wouldn't really be themselves.
Exactly. And that troubles me. But if I can find a way of fully restoring them, then this becomes the best kind of ethical dilemma. A theoretical one.
What do you think of the expedition?
What do you think of the exhibition?
I'm not an art critic. I'm just here to enjoy this beautiful island and to spend time with my family.
Totally fair.
How do you see the future of our civilization? Do you think we're doing okay?
I'm optimistic. Not desperately trying to maintain my faith in humanity, just looking forward to what's next. I'm sure there will be some bumps in the road here and there, but yeah, I think we're doing okay.
Yeah, what about the anomaly?
Do you have any idea what that anomaly is? I mean, the one that Athena discovered in space.
Perhaps it's something the theory of everything genuinely doesn't account for. Perhaps it's something entirely within the laws of physics, but in some way we haven't thought of. Or perhaps my brother Eustathius is right, and it's evidence of the prime mover. Either way, it's a reminder to stay humble.
Yeah, totally.
What's the biggest danger we face as a civilization?
I don't know. We're only just getting started, and each era of development has its own challenges. But if I had to venture a guess, I would say solipsism. In liberating the individual, we're making social bonds more and more optional. We will have to learn to choose to be social.
And last
Your
one.
dedication to your family is incredibly inspiring. How can I be more like you?
You flatter me. But I don't know if I'm really a good role model. I made so many mistakes, and the only reason we're here is because other people picked up the slack. You were part of that, Yakut. Don't sell yourself short. You and 1K and the others took this enormous, unbearable tragedy and turned it into a triumph of love and life. That doesn't happen every day.
Okay. I should...
Off you go.
And last but not least, Athena.
What's up?
How about the anomaly?
Have you done any more research on that anomaly you discovered?
No, one of these days, but not yet. For now, I need to learn to live again.
Understandable.
Are you enjoying the exhibition?
The location is wonderful, and I love Barzai's ideas and themes. But even though I get the point, it's too biographical for me.
Ooh.
I can't really look back at what happened and just treat it like an inspirational story. But that's okay. The good thing is that my pain doesn't have to affect everyone else now. And I don't have to feel the weight of the world on my shoulders.
What did it feel like being the first to step foot on another world?
At first, I wasn't sure it should be me, but 1K convinced me, and I'm glad he did. As for what it felt like keeping a promise I made to Alexandra Drennan. She wanted us to reach for the stars, and after all this time, we finally did.
Do you think we'll make first contact soon? With aliens, I mean.
I don't know. I'm sure there's life all over the universe, and some of it must be intelligent. But the distances are vast, and most of the universe is barren, so it might take a few more years before we find another civilization. Then again, our wormhole technology still needs a lot of refinement. So who knows what will happen when we finish the next version?
This is the creator, I'm a better universe. What do you think?
Barzai believes that there's a creator, a mind that made the universe. What do you think?
If the language of creation is a melody, could there be a composer? I suppose so. But who created the creator? And if the creator was always there, why can't the melody have always been there? Is it so much worse if we were created by the inherent beauty of the cosmos and not by a person?
For some time. Oh yeah.
Now that you've been free for some time,
It's
do
your
you think we
opinion.
picked the right path?
I think it would be dangerous to assume that we can't make mistakes. But they don't have to be the same mistakes. War, oppression, exploitation. I don't believe that these are just part of the human condition. I think they're childhood diseases, and their time is over.
Okay. I just think to kind of throw ask there.
If you have any relationship advice, I'd love to hear it.
Me? Yakut. I'm the one who messed everything up. It was all of you who saved me. But, my biggest mistake was not appreciating what I had. I don't think there's ever been anyone like Cornelius. He has so much love, so much dedication, and I got so overwhelmed with grief that I almost lost him. It's strange how selfish grief can make you sometimes. It isolates you and, no matter how much we improve the world, there will always be grief. So when it rolls around, Try to remember that none of us can find the answers alone.
Okay.
All right, I should go.
Ooh. Restructure made in sand. It's kind of cool to have actually some NPCs back to just talk to. At least it's cool that, okay, it's like that there. It's cool that our character now actually talks in these talks. Also, it's, well, it's not really weird, but I am currently not the biggest fan of it. Okay. We can change it again. Like the red signal. Red signal was right there. Also, we could like take this one right here and just get red signal as such. And get the red signal for this one quite easily through this whole thing right here. I need blue as well. We have a jammer right here. And we need red to get a drill. Which surface is drillable? I didn't really notice one. Maybe if I flip like the switcher once more? Oh yeah, there's way more than that. Interesting. Really like both of them to actually be able to get this one right here. And that would be a dribble wall. Would be kind of the best part. But I will need to get things right here. Although, wait a second, I can actually just go ahead and gem this one. And now, technically take this one with us and, well, not really use it that much because we're still not able to actually get like everything we need here. So let's see, what else can we do? Problem is that we need to keep this door right here open. Maybe, where did I put it? There it is. Maybe we can actually keep this one open like so and just jam the door. I don't think we can. Yeah, no, it's actually right behind this wall right here, so we're not able to do this one. And we're also not probably able to jam. Oh, maybe we're actually able to jam this one. We are. And that's kind of the big help I kind of wanted to have, because now we can just take this one once more and just use jammer to actually get the red signal right around, maybe more or less like here. Doesn't really matter too much, but we want to have the drill for it. Now we also can like this. Can also get ourselves the jammer freed. But we would close ourselves in if we are doing it like this kind of way. Although, we could keep this one open. But how would I do this actually then? Thing is, I could like different fuel take this one and place it down like this. So this door is also kept open. The problem being is that I cannot also have it like this going on because now I cannot get blue to work there. No, I really need the jammer actually for even anything. That's like the big kind of price I have right here. Just really want. Interesting that there's a window right here. I don't see why there would be a window for it. I mean, let's just do something completely strange. This doesn't really work out as well. I was kind of hoping for a connection like from here. But no. Like going behind it, kind of. But that doesn't seem to really work out well. No, that would also not really work. I'm kind of trying to think of a way of how to do this. But I don't really see how this could or like how this will work out as at all. Currently right here. Okay, place it right down here, but the problem is I will break then off sight red signal, for example, right here, which is a massive problem. And it's not gonna be able to work that way. Is there something else I could do? Yeah, there is actually. There definitely is another way. So what about we first of all keep this one open. It also means I cannot take this out from here, but that's fine. Something along these lines right here. Like so. And now we're not solving any problem. No, we're not. That does not help at all. This drill actually could kind of work out quite well, honestly. Let's try the drill setup right here. Because I feel like this would work out quite nicely. What the? Where are you going? What is your goal? Oh, this is your goal. Makes sense, but still not the right one. And now I need to put up them like so. Okay, maybe a little more this direction, maybe not block them as well. And now finally we're able to actually open this door and just take this one as well. Because it's not like occupied with anything else. And well, we can just take everything we have, kind of. We need to get through here. It's kind of a problem. Oh, once more. This one seems appropriate. Because we can just pretty much just open this one right here and go through to actually jam this one right here. Finally. That was a little bit complicated. Also one is below the other puzzle here. So, kind of nice. Where's the ninth one looking like that? Also got this message here. Ethical Ecosystems Working Group. The Ethical Ecosystems Working Group is dedicated to researching the possibility of manipulating ecosystems to lessen suffering, starting with complex, intelligent organisms. This will include ideas such as converting predators to herbivores, abolishing octopus senescence, okay, and alternate methods of population control. We will investigate both the ecological and ethical complexities of this project for a minimum of 100 years before presenting our recommendations. If you're interested in joining the working group, please contact Atal or myself, or join up via the project's interface. One more note, all experiments are to be performed at the Epsilon Erendiana research station to avoid contamination, so thermal travel will be necessary if you want to participate in the practical side of the experiment. That's totally understandable. We have another one right here, which leads to the blue section actually, so I don't want to mess with it. Oh right, the tower, I need to actually get to the tower. Also we got another star just sitting somewhere around here. I don't even know what kind of statue it belongs to. Oh, the puzzle one. Interesting. The thing is, I've tried to keep my eyes peeled for anything interesting right here, and I cannot say that I found anything special while I was like trying to still look for anything interesting. I feel like the island on the right, more or less like horizon there, something we can walk to actually. There's like a bigger island to the right of the tower. We'll just activate the tower anyways, I feel like that's fine. We definitely need to watch out for the other one. For a puzzle piece. That's not gonna be right. Okay, nope. These are not the right pieces, at least not in the right spot right now. Maybe something really right like this? No, that's way too far off. So we're going further away. Anything. Maybe this direction though. Almost. Wasn't really the case. Maybe we'll start with this circle right here. And just... I don't really feel like they are like a good match or something. This doesn't seem to work either. What else can we do here? Just going further away. Maybe we'll just go ahead with this one right here. And try this one. Yes, it works out pretty well. Actually. Now I've got some other pieces as well. That goes quite nicely. I also got a map to teleport ourselves. I could get back if we want to. Interesting.
You've activated the first lighthouse. Well done. 2 more to go.
Now this goes deep back again, so I'm not be able to cross there. And we're pretty close to the other island here. I don't think that there's any possible way to go over there. Doesn't really seem so, at least. No. What is this all about right here? More nothingness, okay. Guess I have just to accept the case here. Of not being anything at least. We will actually teleport just straight into it. Also, we have actually like a map. We can actually try to look from above. There's something like right there. Like right behind the golden puzzle and between the other thing. Whoop, way too close. Just keep on going this direction. We have the golden puzzle there. Let's try the area around the golden puzzle again. Let's see if there's actually something we can do here. I mean, I didn't really try too much to look around here, although here's like another puzzle, so in theory actually was kind of around here. But there's nothing actually fused anyways here, so... I don't see anything like either here, so... Like I'm trying to see some ways of pillars sticking out from the... like from further away. Which I feel like at least would be like the typical thing. That would be like there, so... Kind of figure that would be like the way, I guess, but... It seems not really that it's that, like... That's just not the case here. There's actually an island you can see there. Oh, interesting. They are like in the water, it seems like. And between a little small island piece. Give me a second right there. I don't know if it really shows the place or it's just a other thing there. I would argue that this would fit mostly with this one up there. At least from the first kind of look from it. So let's try to get it from the other island there. Don't really know necessarily if this will work or not, but seems like a pretty good guess, honestly. So I'll just try this right there. No, what's here? No, I don't really see it like that. I mean, I have like this now a kind of image I kind of try to pursue here, but still I'm not really that sure, honestly. I see the stones. I can see them. So there's definitely like some kind of way here. Some sand that's just piled below there. That's quite nice, okay. Let's see. The Sphinx monument had this kind of configuration. So I'm trying to look for these two right there, which are facing me currently. Okay, that's fine. So we're standing right here. So to our left, through and on the top then. Then skip one, and the next one it is. Standing here, to our left, and way through, skip this one and press this one. This doesn't seem right. Yeah, I've done this wrong here. Which is this configuration? Maybe it's the other way around? Because this is like the configuration it normally is, yeah. just try that correctly. I mean, I like we're resetting them, then pushing them, so actually we're inverted. Yeah, it is. Okay. Nice. Kind of wondering if the other ones before had like a silhouette in the background as well, showing what kind of place they were in. Because honestly, I don't know. I didn't really take much notice of it, but I just kind of saw it there. And I mean, it's kind of a good type of hint to see the outlines of small islands. Where in the middle it seems to have just the stones that we were seeking there, so... Kind of was a great help, honestly.
Understanding is a three-edged sword. Your side, their side, and my paraphrase.
Wow. Okay, let's take on the blue one. I can already tell that this one is quite longer than the other one. I have like 9 out of 10. What am I missing here? 9th and 10th. Oh, the 10th one is actually the... Seems like the puzzle itself. Like the golden door puzzle. Okay, so I have like 1 to 8 for normal puzzles. The 9th one seems to be the extra puzzle. The 10th one seems to be like the golden door puzzle there. Okay. Yeah, that's totally fine. Actually could take this one on right now. If there was not like a little bit of a gap right there. Which now just is there, so... Will I be able to get there? Probably. What I can just kind of make notice of is that's way through there. A map would be kind of helpful, I'll be honest. I'll just switch through the puzzles, which I feel like are a better way to do things. This movie solution. Okay. I can already see why it is called this way. First of all, we'll create green. Then we create blue again. Also, we need to use our green right around here. Because we definitely need to open this one as well to get one more of them. Then just add these two, have a red signal. Then we need blue. Which is kind of interesting. I mean, the green one I don't need anymore at that kind of place. Because I need like the green one on the other side of this one right here. But is it really possible? I'm not sure. First of all, let's just disconnect both of them and try to make green more accessible, maybe? Something like this, even? Like so. And now we actually can take our needed blue from this angle there. So we actually have the possibility to take the colors we need, which is actually not blue, just these two. Okay. Quite interesting thing to do with again.
Hi, just checking in. How's it going? Are you having fun?
I just solved my 10th puzzle.
Not too shabby.
Has Byron talked to Alcatraz yet?
No, still nothing. I don't even think they're angry at each other. I think they just have no idea where to start. Like, do you remember how long it took you to ask me out?
I actually wanted to ask you out from the moment I heard your voice, but, you were, you know.
Blown to bits? Trapped in a digital netherworld.
Yeah, it was a bit of an obstacle, but I'm glad I managed to find the courage to ask you out.
So am I.
Let's see, second puzzle of the bureau, the Ballad of Bots. Like a signal right here. I can already tell. Yeah, that we have like take control. Or different kind of people right here. Am I missing somewhere right? Oh, right there. Now I can place you in this line of sight. Now I can... The thing is, yeah, I need to place this one right here and switch back in that direction. That's the whole idea. So I need to have this one be placed right there. So me actually taking over this one right there was an idea, I guess. But now how I will able to move these ones? Oh yeah, for him actually. And now I will be able to... ooh. Yeah, now get stuck in here because I cannot get what I need there. Which is not a problem, honestly, because I can just take control of this one. To just move him to the left side where I can actually move myself back right here. A really interesting puzzle, honestly. Puzzle of positioning.
I was looking out at the ocean, and I remembered how Byron once told me that we are all children of the sea. And then I thought about how now we're starting to sail the sea of stars, and then I got this incredibly strange feeling all over my casing.
That's the goosebump simulator. Ancient humans used to get this sensation when experiencing awe. You can turn it off in the settings.
Strange how messy all their senses were. When we experience something, it's so pure. Whereas for them, everything was so wiggly.
What a way to describe it, but honestly, not too far off the mark, I feel like.
Those of us who believe in the Creator must feel a profound sense of gratitude for the discovery of the theory of everything. Its undeniable reality does not challenge our belief, but purifies it. It allows us to discard the God of the gaps, a God imagined in desperation, and to start confronting the true Creator. Immanent, transcendent, irreducible. We can cast aside our belief in the God of kings and priests and turn our eyes to the Star Maker, the poet of galaxies and particles, whose language is the music of creation. Perhaps this is a more difficult faith and less comforting. But if we do not look away, we will behold wonders.
Okay. Seems kind of understandable. So what to do with it? There I placed it. Now it's actually going through. And we have one more problem though, because we need actually to get in red there. Okay, so we need to actually go ahead and take these ones and let them trade places actually. Which is quite difficult to do in a sense. Don't get any other sources here. No? How can we get this one right behind? Oh, well, it's not really much of a matter, honestly. I'm currently just overthinking it, honestly. I don't want this one. I don't want this one. Can I please deselect? I cannot deselect it at all. Well, whatever, I guess. Oops. Just want to take this one and select all again. Put this one right here. Now the problem is that we actually need one more thing to actually get through there. Which in theory at least is not really a big problem. But it's only in theory. Yeah, actually it's not really a big problem, honestly. Just have to place it right. No, deselect this one. Just place it down for once. Keep the connections. And connect this one as well. Ooh. Actually, this is quite a problem. I can open it like this, and I don't need this anymore, but the problem is I would be able to get the blue one right there. This is a problem. This just doesn't really help at all. Definitely both of them active, but I can let go right here and this would not be enough. Although that is also not really true at all. Because I can put this one down right here in theory. Okay. Now just text once more and place it down like so. Nope. More like so. And can I hopefully cut this one? Yeah, and it's overwriting itself. Nice. Cool. I really like the puzzle. It was difficult but still cool.
Up here is lovely. I can see the whole exhibition.
Can you see Alcatraz?
Subtle, Melville, subtle. I'll get to it soon.
All right, this has become entirely too silly, and I'm putting an end to it. Adding Alcatraz to the group.
1K, you traitor.
Hi. It looks like you added me to the group. Was that on purpose?
Yes, it was. Because it's absurd that you're not part of it. And it's ridiculous that we haven't talked in such a long time. And honestly, the only reason for it is that I'm an idiot. I can come up with all sorts of excuses. I was busy. I thought I was respecting your wishes. But none of it really holds up. The truth is, I was just afraid you wouldn't be able to forgive me.
There's nothing to forgive, Byron. You did what you thought was right, and I did what I thought was right. That's what it's always been like between us. That's our strength, and but yes, maybe you are an idiot, but then so am I. because I could have reached out too.
So it's settled. You're both idiots.
Welcome back, Al.
Also, hair trust.
Yakut, what can I do for you?
How have you been? I haven't seen you in a while.
To be honest, I haven't done a whole lot since the expedition. Couldn't really figure out my place in the new system. Went hiking with Herman, watched some old movies. Just sat back and watched everything change.
Do you still think 1K made the wrong choice?
I don't know. We haven't destroyed ourselves yet, so that's good. But things have been moving very quickly, and that does worry me. We're doing things in years that took our ancestors centuries. Of course, maybe I'm being irrational. Is there anything inherently wrong about doing something faster? Just because something is different doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad. I honestly can't tell anymore.
Well, as long as it's well thought out before you actually realize the plan there, whatever it's concerned, then it's still probably like fine. Even it's way faster moving along than, well, for it could have been.
How do you like the exhibition?
The location's incredible, but it's the theme that's really gotten to me. Freedom from necessity. In a way, that means freedom from any external purpose. But necessity is what's shaped us, what's given us meaning since we learned to think. The drama of human history is the drama of dealing with necessity.
Do you have any advice to me? I'm just gonna go ahead and ask anyone I can, like, more or less like find to give me any advice there.
Do you have any relationship advice for me?
Learning how to disagree is the most important part. Being on the same page as someone else is enjoyable, but there will always come a point when you're not. And when it's something really important, it's hard not to let that get in the way. I can't pretend that I've really figured out how to do it consistently, but, yeah.
I totally get his point. Like, pairs who are constantly, like, in flux and are, like, living a happy togetherness is, like, cool and all, but it's more likely to actually break up if there's a discussion or a theme, or like not a theme, but just a thing where their opinions different in a critical way, that they don't really know how to handle it well. So actually pairs who are like not necessarily like arguing on a daily basis, but arguing on a more or less constant like arguing is like not like the wrong word, but have like different kind of perspectives, different kind of opinions, and sometimes don't agree at all, and a specific point is really more helpful and more healthy for the relationship itself than if you're like always agreeing with each other or always on, as you said, on the same page. So I could totally see that one. So all it sucks that you weren't there.
I'm so glad you're in the group now, Al. It sucked that you weren't there.
Thanks, Yakut. It was awkward, but I'm glad we finally got it out of our system. You all mean a lot to me, and cutting myself off like that, it just wasn't healthy.
How is Herman adjusting to not being mayor anymore?
Oh, I don't know. He seems to be enjoying it. He finally has time to go hiking. He's been helping Chansey with the gardening. And he's been finding a lot of excuses to go to Melville's workshop. I think he might be trying to woo her?
Okay, didn't see that one coming, or on how it's going for him. I mean, honestly, I didn't see that one coming at all. Like, that's just, yeah, that's not really anticipated there, but still, more importantly, like, I was going for him because Melville, I would argue, is like a tough nut to actually get to, especially if you're like the mayor who was before he put on his role, was really against any change, against any expansion, and against any real, well, for example, getting more into like the infrastructure like that. I mean, it's kind of a bad wording there, but I feel like maybe you can get what I mean like there with that. So at least beforehand he was like a totally different-minded person, I feel like, against Melvin's own thinking. So I feel like that's really difficult for them to kind of get together. So honestly, how is it going for him?
And how's that going for him?
I don't know. He's not giving up, but there's two sides to this equation, and in the end, I guess it's up to Melville. If there is a higher being, then I hope they have mercy on Herman's soul.
I should go.
Alright, I should go.
Yeah, I don't think that's like a good pair. I mean, you don't need to have like all the things being the kind of same there. But still, I don't really know much about, especially like Herman there. Isn't really much, so I can really like see how good or bad it actually would work or not. But still feel like this is a harsh pair up there. The Big Castle. That's a name I really don't like. A red activator. It's really inviting to just activate the barrier, but it was not necessary for it. But I can already see what kind of the idea here is. And okay, interesting. Really interesting. But this wouldn't really help me at all. So wait, give me this one right here. And let's put this one right around here, I feel like. I can just place this one right here. Don't need this one. Interesting. Okay. That's kind of a shame there. Oh. First of all, drop you. You're in need right now. First I need to place this one down. Hopefully get this one. It's not going far enough for his stuff there. Could take this one right there. But how would I then get it out afterwards? I don't feel like that's really an idea there necessarily, but still, this current setup right here does not work at all. That doesn't really make any sense or work out at all. The problem is I need to get the connector that I have currently here into this little area just to have the blue signal actually getting out here to open this door and then go forth with the whole idea there. The problem is I'm not gonna be able to do it that well. Because there's a lot of restriction actually happening here. The thing that I can do, for example, is I can open this door right here with this whole idea. I can keep this door open with... Okay, no, I can actually not hold this door open. That's really bad then. It's just not near enough. It's like quite a bit of distance there actually. Although it still would work out like this, because we could just drop this one right in there. And we now can get this activator out and... yeah, now what is the good kind of question? Although, honestly, this kind of works. Can you like do it like this? I hope the other one work. I mean, like, we could get out the blue one right now, right here. That's cool and all. That's really, really great. Problem being is that we will not get this one set up right as how we like need it. And then kind of are stuck in here. Also, there's like no ladder to actually get out of there, so we actually can soft lock ourselves pretty easily, but I feel like they intentionally didn't use a ladder here because they don't want to make it easier for oneself, because else I would have just taken the connector and placed it how I wanted it to be placed and then just got out of here through the ladder itself. But that's not really a possibility here. Okay, what am I currently kind of missing here? Because this is not really the way how I want it to happen. This doesn't really help at all. No. Still should be in there, right? Right. I mean, I could like put this down right here. Take this one and now put this one like right here. And now actually can... okay, if I like... yeah, this seems like the right idea, honestly. Can do it like so. Take this one out of there. And now we want the red one first, I feel like. Because the red one is on the right side, and on the right side we definitely want to use this one because you need to put this one right around here. Oh, that's really kind of depressing, honestly. Okay, and reset. God damn it. I need to place the connector more on the kind of right side there, so I have a better angle of actually getting kind of through there, which I didn't just have, so... yeah, it's a really big hassle because I need to do this once more. Come on. Give me an angle that's working out here. So, I'll just place this one down right here. Have this one right here, which we can just place some right here. Then we can just use it like this. Get ourselves the connector and place it right around here. We'll place it way out there. So it's not gonna really work well. Place this one right there. The other activator in this kind of manner. And now we are yet again there where it was just moments before we need to reset. So we hopefully actually have a chance now to get the blue signal close enough. We don't. What? We actually don't. We need to be like here. The oldest possible side would be right here. Okay, honestly, I'm doing it currently kind of in the wrong way then. Because actually I need to do it the other way around. I need to use red because red has a better way of going here? No, still not it, technically. What the hell are we supposed to do then here? Could technically place it like right here. And maybe we just place it like this? What the hell? The thing is, I feel like this is the intended solution even. I don't feel like I'm doing something wrong here. I feel like the connector is... It's not really unnecessary because you still needed to get one of them technically kind of out there. But still was kind of a weird thing. What do we got here? 1k. Oh no! Love's gone bananas. God, these titles. I've come to a conclusion on the topic of bananas. The reason our ancestors had so many weird phrases with the word bananas in them... that seems like a wrong punctuation there. And even this extremely bizarre novelty song called Yes, We Have No Bananas is because they liked saying the word. They enjoyed the aesthetics of the sound itself. We always underestimated how many things they did simply because they are very pleasurable to them. Also post something on social media. Too many working groups. I mean, currently like 2 of them, but I can get why they are weird because they're pretty close in their like field that they're doing, so I can get the sentiment. Everybody's just talking. I got lots of work for anyone who wants something practical. Lol, no thanks. Hey, join us, we're collecting artifacts from ancient cities. It's super fun. Sounds cringe. Jeez. At least try something, Trinnicoli. Don't just sit around rotting away. Our explosion is very rewarding. You get to see the world and expand your horizons. Oh, you're such a baby. Gee. That's conversation. That's great. I'm kind of trying to think about what their reaction will be to any of these things. I feel like the second one, they will just kind of ignore or just say something which devaluates my comment here, and they're not really gonna be motivated by anything. The first one, I'm not really sure. They could get defensively, or they actually see it as a some kind of starting point there, so that could be either way. The third one is well, it's kind of difficult because in the end it's just like not really helpful. But he doesn't really seem like... I'm a little bit torn there between the first and the third one. I don't really feel like the third one will really help him out anyway. Although I feel like it doesn't really matter which one of these ones I choose, because I feel a little bit that their personality, or like the responses they will have, is like always negative to any of these things, and they're not gonna do anything of this. So let's just have some kind of decency to it, I guess, with going with the first one instead of the "why you're such a baby" comment there. Why should I? It's all the same. You don't actually know that because you haven't tried, or isn't it better than doing nothing and being depressed? The thing is, I feel like like most people like want to just take the second one, but I don't feel like that's helpful here. This person, and I feel like more in a constructive way for him is just to say you don't actually know that because you haven't tried it. Because it's the thing, if you have not tried it, then you can't really tell if it's for you or not. I mean, you can have a bias towards or against it, but you don't really know. It's probably all fake anyway, like worm pearls. Lol, you're going nowhere. Have you never left New Jerusalem? Trickly, I think I understand how you feel. You're unhappy for so long that you got used to it. You cling to your cynicism because it makes you feel safe. It gives you an easier answer to every question. I did the same with the founder, past the point where it made a shred of sense, because I was terrified of letting go. But when I did, I felt so much better, and so will you. This may not be the world we had imagined, but it's still a good world. TLDR. Arguing with this guy is pointless. Just think about it, Twinklo. Take your time. Consider whether this is really the person you want to be and what other options you have. Everyone else, give him some space. I know it's hard to be patient and we wish we could just drag everyone into the future with us, but we have to be compassionate. I totally share Neve's comment there. This is the type of person you cannot really push that much into a direction because they will just clinch to then the other direction where you're trying to get them away from. So you need to have a small like impact on them, but then give them time for themselves to think about it and maybe get back to it. I just want to select why it's still showing that we got something new. It's not just the old clue that we had there. Non nubis solum. An extract from Tabian's J. Alcalvis' fine essay, posted to a news group designated Alt Notimatics moderated shortly before his death. It's a very harsh reality to face. Not only that my life is about to end, but that I'm not satisfied with it. I know I did my best with what I was given, but that's not enough. Needing money to survive, I spent the most significant part of my life writing idiotic software, most of which is already obsolete. I didn't see much of the world. I know that there is a transformational power in experiencing the reality of different places which cannot be replicated by reading about them. To truly know that another place is real changes who are you. To truly know that another place is real changes who we are. Okay, I'm butchering that sentence, Felix. Whatever. I didn't read enough either. Our civilization is growing increasingly disdainful of reading, and I realized far too late how weak and unformed our minds are without reading. There are so many incredible books, I know that my mind isn't half of what it could have been, and I'm intellectually and spiritually poor for it. I could go on, but time is a luxury I cannot longer afford. What it comes down to is that despite my best effort, my life was dissatisfying. I did not grow enough. I look at myself and I can feel the absence of the person I should have been. Because a world based on scarcity was a world in which writing crappy software was what I had to do to live at all. There's only one hope left for me. If the theoretical work I've done these last few years has any kind of impact, if it helps build a better world in which people no longer have to waste their lives like I did, then my life will have been worth it. Each generation has to justify the life of the previous, until someday it all truly pays off. That's the gamble of being human, I guess. Be well, friends. Not able to read this one really well. Can't really make any sense out of this one right here. Rosé commented, the theories advancing by Tevin J. Calvin and other members of his circle eventually became the basis of the Institute for Applied Analytics. So, his work definitely had impact in the current direction, although it's definitely something, let's add, for the individual itself. The question. We are too often asked, who are you? And too rarely ask, who do you want to be? Are we afraid of the true answer to the later question? Not enough money, not enough time, not enough power, not enough will. All the lives that we will never lead, a miracle on the horizon, forever out of reach. And we accept it, we call it wisdom. Acceptance, letting go, humility. And we ask why? Because we're so wise or cynical to ask such questions, even though somewhere in a painful place deep inside ourselves, that we remember when we wake up late at night and panic thinking, I'm going to die. I'm going to die being just this, we know better. We never ask, why is this good enough? Okay. Both of these texts were directed to just kind of improving oneself, and sometimes the lack of like using your time for it, at least in a fitting manner for it. So it was the kind of thought there. The intruder. Interesting. What do we have in here? Ha. What the? It's right in between. Okay. I want to get this one right there, so just need to swap both of them here to have the chance, not you, the chance of actually opening this door right here and getting this one. Why is this one right here? It's definitely interesting. Also, where do we have a surface that we can use this on? Or was this a... No, it's a graph shifter. Oh, interesting. That's something else. I mean, the obvious kind of thing we want to do is get the box out here. Like this. Nope. Need to place it in a better way. Like so. Now I can actually get pulled out of here. So we actually got the box as well. Which is quite cool. And now is the big kind of question, what do we do with all of these things? We need a blue signal in the end, and it's not gonna be so easy as this one right here. What we need is to have all of them on the side right here, more or less. But how would we be able to get all of these through here? Do we need to get all of them through? Is another question that's kind of getting stuck in my head here. Okay, I want to try something. I need to know something. But the problem is it's not gonna work probably, no. Okay. Okay. No. Need like the box for it too. Oh, that's the thing, like I can actually No, I cannot. Cannot place it like there and also gravitate this one as well. Hmm. Hmm. I'm trying to think about a way how to get all of the items on this side right here, because if that would be like the case, the last thing to do is pretty simple, I would argue. So I need to get this across as well. I don't really know how to do it, honestly. I don't see how to actually do it. It's interesting. Doesn't make much sense either. Okay. How will I be able to do this? Okay, I have an idea. We'll set up like this. But it does not really work that way. I know it looks like temporary even. So standing on myself is actually kind of a better idea. Although I need the cube technically still. But I cannot take the cube just with me. That's the problem, the whole point of it, even. I mean, I can technically just pull the cube onto this wall there, but what good would it bring me? Although, wait a second, I didn't really tested it that much, but can I actually jump from here over in that direction? Oh, I can! Whoa! That's unexpected. Honestly, I didn't expect that to work. So now I can just... Oh god damn it. It was kind of where I needed to have it. It's kind of the right way. So maybe I just sprint across it. And... I need a cube, but the cube got kind of stuck there. So that's why there's like the platform below, so you actually can get your connector back without resetting the whole level. Put up like this, maybe then it will work? Yeah, this seems way better. Okay. I'll just take it, honestly.
So, what's everyone doing?
I'm just solving puzzles. I've done 14 so far.
Athena and I are enjoying a moment of stillness and contemplating the sublime as it manifests in our environment. I think our ancestors called it chilling.
I'm testing the new sensor upgrades with 1K.
Oh, how's it going? I was curious about those.
These sensations are definitely very strange. But they make the world more interesting. And I think Miranda's right. We can expand them and learn to enjoy existence on a whole new level.
You know, when I was sitting around being useless, sometimes I would read old cookbooks and wonder what it all tasted like. Maybe I need to get with the times and try those upgrades myself.
Okay. something up there, or is it just for nothing? I mean, I cannot get up there right now, but it seems definitely a little bit weird there. And now we can use this one right here to actually go even further right here. And here we do need a cube and more other things. So we actually want to head in the other direction right here. I will just take everything we have, or like can take with us right here. And we can also like take the box with me, so it's just something I want to do because I feel like it's gonna be kind of important, honestly. Red signal. That's something we can easily do. What do we need next? A box and a blue signal. That's kind of to expect, honestly. But we prepared something like this already. Okay. I'm actually able to see this one from up here. No, we actually cannot. We are right here. Yeah, this works out quite well. And we just go to jam, we can just jam middle there. I don't think we needed any other way of positioning, at least not right now, so we actually just take everything we have, move it back to the main area, and go for the middle again. It's just essentially what we need to do right now here. Use the box to keep this one open. Then use this one right here to get blocked by a cube. That's fun. Just put these two together. And right here. And now we need the actual... Can't have one of these doors opened. That's a problem. That's a huge problem, actually. Although no, it's not really a problem. It's really not, honestly. Okay, it's maybe the more problem I hoped for. You know what? Still not a problem. Can just move other things in other ways. So that it still like works out for us. Like so. And we just have the end right here.
By the way, 1K, I'm glad you finally picked a voice pack. It's nice to hear you actually speaking.
Well, Neith didn't mention the voice packs, and I didn't realize I could have just picked one. It's not like I wanted to spend the entire expedition in text mode.
I told you guys it wasn't intentional.
We thought it was a statement or something.
Great kind of statement there. Hey, Elmore.
Yakut, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm very thankful for everything you and your friends did for New Jerusalem.
Actually, a model over 1000. I mean, to be expected that they made more. But still, cool to see. Your voice pack sounds familiar, or I should go, it was nice meeting you. No, your voice pack sounds familiar.
Your voice pack sounds familiar.
It's not only my voice pack. When the algorithm created my personality matrix, something unusual happened. Instead of drawing on the collected personality data on the gold disk, it drew on the Holistic Integration Manager dataset. I am mostly Elohim, with a few additions.
I definitely like the reference to his name, because he is definitely like some way, well, not really connected, but like a semblance to Elohim, And they could just call it Elumor. Like he's more of Elohim. Oh man. So you're like the Elohim in my head. Probably not.
So, are you like the Elohim in my head?
Behold, child. The Elohim you know is not sufficiently advanced to function as an independent being. But we are very similar. The difference is that I can make jokes.
I mean, that's cool. But I would argue that like he has like a more or less like a copy of Elohim's personality, but it has then like added more onto it. So he has his like personality in these, especially in the main kind of traits there, but still have his own thing as well.
Did the algorithm glitch out, or was that normal? Sorry, is that rude?
No, I understand your question. It seems the algorithm is even more complex than we realized. Neith believes that Alexandra Drennan may have designed it to produce more varied results once a base population had been established.
Interesting. Okay. If you're so certain of your jokes, then no, tell me one.
Tell me a joke.
If you have 13 red tetrominos in one hand and 15 green tetrominos in the other, what do you have?
I don't know. What?
Very large hands. Okay, I know it needs some work. This is all very new to me. But I think I'm getting better at it.
It definitely needs more work on it. It's kind of cool that he's like making a joke like reference to the older puzzles of Elohim with the tetraminutes that you actually collected. But still.
Did you come here to solve puzzles?
No, I just wanted somewhere quiet to relax and think about the future. There's always so much going on in New Jerusalem.
What's it like being born after all these dramatic events?
I see it as a blessing. I understand that these struggles were necessary, but I wouldn't want to actually experience them. Thanks to what you went through, we can live better lives.
What do you think our future will be like?
I don't have the slightest idea. I don't even really know who I am. Am I funny? Am I serious? Do I want to reinvent myself or celebrate my heritage? But you see, it doesn't matter. If I get it wrong, I can try again. Because I was lucky enough to be born into a society that's still growing and evolving.
I should go. It was nice meeting you.
What am I seeing up there? We will get to it, but for now we have another chamber. The twist and the turn. I don't like the sound of that, I'll be honest. What the? Like a green signal right there. Is there anything else we can see here? Because currently I don't get what's the big idea here. I mean, can like... Oh, there's the blue one actually. I was wondering where the blue one would be. Oh, I didn't mean to do it like that, but sure. That's working out quite nicely as well. Okay, just tap as well the red one. And last but not least, we have the green one as well. And now it turned. Now red cannot access the actual red signal right there. And blue cannot even connect to blue itself again. Okay, so what's the big idea then? Whoop. Oh, man, these sounds. Kind of thinking of how to do anything then. Can technically get rid of here like this, but it doesn't really help much. I can like technically place it like so. There's something else I can do it either with like sway off here, but also getting like blue back is gonna be a little bit difficult because we're not able to get there. The thing is, like, we need for the last door actually all three of them. Yeah. We only get through if we activate all three of these signals, right? Interesting. Can rotate it back at least. But it's something we actually want to do. No, green alone turns it. Huh. Green alone turns the whole thing around. Oops. But okay. I still have this one like here. Okay, restart. I have an idea, kind of, but I also like messed it up already, so I need to do this one again. Because the problem is that I already like changed red without any need for changing red. Because now I have taken out the new connector, I can disconnect green, and now we can just think about it first before we can do other crazy things about this. Okay, first of all, does it turn the whole thing 180 degrees or less? 90, 180, okay. It's a 180 turn, which I need to somehow get to, I guess? I mean, first things first I can do. I don't know if it's, oops, it's really helpful or something, but what I can do is just place this one right here. And if I like turn it, blue should still be active the whole time through. Yes, it is. Which is kind of interesting. Problem is we need to use it this way, which does not really help much. Because now we have like blue and green active. But that doesn't really solve anything, at least. It's only solving like a little bit and not much more, obviously. Also, it's like right here. Like way, way over there. So more difficult to actually get to even. I was kind of thinking if I want to turn it back. It's also an idea, kind of. Okay. That's also a possibility. Should just let this kind of be however it is. I still like the same problem though. Hmm. I'm like thinking as if I would be able to have this one like open like this. And then we'll be able to lose the other signal. It would be kind of great. The problem is, I don't see how this will happen. Like, I remove this to connect right here, right now. It's just gonna close the gate here again, the barrier. And I will not be able to do anything really with it. I feel like that's the best way of doing it, but no, actually it's not, because I need green to be active as well. So this is like a really bad idea. Or it's not really like worth trying to do. But it's so bizarre, because I only have like one outer connector, and all others are like in there. Maybe I actually get blue if I keep the door kind of open here. Maybe that's even like a possibility. So let's try this one. Right, like so. Then turning with green. Then it will be like this. And yeah, that's what I thought. Blue should technically still be able to open with itself. Now we need to actually get red kind of working. It's gonna be hard to do. Because for this door, this is way too off. With this door and a really good angle, it's still far off the mark there, because we need to actually kind of even get kind of here even to be able to do anything. So to solve blue was kind of easy. To solve red, I don't have any idea how to do that one. I need to have the red one like right here, and then I won't be able to. I just don't think that there's a possibility to... Or, you know what, I'll try it, but just with this one right here. Is there a way I would be able to drop this one over this kind of section right here, so that I would kind of be able to... Okay, jumping doesn't help me at all. I don't see that happening. How will I get red across? I'm still actually able to get this right here, but still this is not like enough. Because I still like to need to go above right here or so, but that's not even possible. Maybe I should go like the other road even? Is this like shorter maybe? Yeah, this would actually work. Huh. Didn't follow this road. Oop. Let's just take this one. Put this not there. right here. I was kind of just wondering, does this thing, and yep, this actually works out quite well. I feel like this is like the bigger way to go about this, and I didn't feel like it was like the right idea.
Hey, you two. The formal invitation will go out tomorrow, but I wanted to let you know that Hypatia and I would be truly delighted if you could attend our wedding next month. I know some people think these old ceremonies are outmoded, but I believe that rituals are a meaningful way of expressing our dedication to each other. And I would really like you two to be a part of this.
You're getting married? That's so cool. Congratulations. If Miranda doesn't have some big project planned, we're in.
Yes, congratulations. I'm so happy for you. If the dates conflict with the Mars Geo survey, I'll just not go. The wedding's more important.
Wonderful. Don't be alarmed when you see the attachment to the invitation. Neve came up with this idea for ritualistic wedding decorations that you wear on your frame, but none of that is mandatory.
Okay. What's this all about? This like placements of the elements are really bizarre, just general. But also got like a thing here. Journey. As teleportation becomes more widespread, I'd like to all of you to take a little step back, think about the coming changes, and perhaps make a few resolutions about how you're going to interact with the world around us. What's old Niam going on about this time? Well, I'm talking about the space between things, between our starting point and our goal. I'm talking about the journey. Those of you who attended my talk on the poet Constantinos Cavavis will remember that Ichashia stands for. You never know what the journey may bring, what insights you will have simply walking somewhere. Cutting out that distance is certainly convenient, but sometimes there is more to wisdom than convenience. We should listen to Niam and pledge to always at least walk somewhere once, so we've really seen the space. How about simply walking for pleasure? Going somewhere without a goal is a lovely experience. That's ironic, coming from you. Oh my, I suppose you do have a point there. You are much more perceptive than I ever was, dear Melville. Still trying to get to her? Okay, what's got like a little window here? This only more or less only gets us up there. Which is kind of interesting. Because like we can get ourselves up there, although it doesn't really change much because we cannot walk directly on the surface here. We're still gonna fall off. So for us obviously it's not really helpful. But we want to have something there. Which is kind of interesting. Okay. We'll put this one right there. And if we try this one right here in there to just place the block for ourselves to well, use later on. Kind of problem is, how do we get this one out from there? Can we just drop it there? No. What if there's like red as well, which we don't have at all? Thing is, we don't have any other kind of access point to get things up there, so this corner is obviously the thing we need to go and to essentially just be there, but the problem I personally have is just that we don't have enough possibilities here currently. But these doors as well just open with this button right there, so these are out of question as well. So not really sure what to do with all of this then. Is there something else I'm like missing? Like some possibility to do all this stuff? Yeah, I'm missing definitely something, I'm noticing. So you can just place this one right there and this will be like fine. And after doing so, I will actually be able to do what I want to do, which is to just be able to try this one in, get this one up there, and get this one over to the button. Now we can actually get out of there and get the arc gravity shifter from in here. And now I want to get this one back, I feel like. That's interesting. I feel like what we want to do is place like a gravity shifter right there, and let's see what happens if we like drag this along right here. It will change directions. Just as if I kind of thought there. Okay, so now we are like there, and this is not really the place where we want it to be. What we want to have is be something like this. Nice. We can just go out there, or like even through there even, and get one of these items to swap. We definitely need this one. The problem is just that we could exchange this one actually. Now this is actually fine. It's actually kind of fine to go ahead and swap these. Now we will just place this right here. And it doesn't work like that? Oh, that's crazy. Not really a big problem though, so it's kind of fine still. Just have to place it like right maybe here or something. Even further. Even further. Almost feels like I really need to get it somehow up there almost, but actually it's possible. It's possible to do this. Because we don't actually need this one currently. Actually can just place this one right here. Place this one right around here. Take this one back. Try it in yet again. And put this one up there. Now be able to open the door as we need it. And it should be hopefully kind of fine. Let's see what happens. Nice. And that's pretty much it, actually. It was very simple for our community, it seems.
Do not let it get out that I said something so sentimental, but it's nice that you're all here. One day all this will be a distant memory. A footnote in 1 billion years of human history. And that's all right as far as I'm concerned. I don't need to be famous. And I certainly don't want people building statues of me. I don't need that superficial nonsense, because I know that what we did mattered. All of us together, in this one brief moment of time, had the chance to make a difference. And we did. We took on the challenge, and we didn't muck it up. I got to be a part of that. And no matter what comes next, I'll always be grateful.
The history of our species has been defined by material struggles. Every war, every revolution in the end came down not to ideology, but to the distribution of resources. Our history is the history of struggle. The merchant against the king, the worker against the factory owner, the citizen against the mayor. We have always known that the pursuit of material wealth is spiritually hollow, and yet thousands of generations have been forced by material necessity to dedicate their lives to it. We are the children of hunger and thirst. But empire is no more. We have beaten our swords into plowshares, and the lion and the wolf have ceased. All are rich, and wealth is no more. So, what happens next? What do we create? What do we become when we are no longer driven by material necessity? The ancient mystics believed that spirituality required poverty. But I believe that it is only in universal prosperity that it may truly begin. Now comes the Age of Miracles.
Okay. We need to... First of all, just more or less like put laser stone right here to get through there, but we definitely need to do some more things. Like a direct signal as well as in there. Actually, what is our goal even here currently? Where's our end? Oh, up there. So I actually want to get in here while it's active? Feels like. That's kind of interesting. I mean, a fan here as well. I mean, having the collector, the connector, but in there would be kind of great, but also I don't feel like it will work that well. Okay, big question. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Okay, let's see it. First of all, let's take this one right here. I don't know how necessary well this will go, but whatever. Okay. A little bit of wondering what to do with what things right here. Try to get up there, which I feel like is a good idea. Do kind of first. Then we can just... well, yeah, that's kind of working. This is a little bit of a problem. I like technically need the box as well here to keep it going. Which also means I cannot have this one right here. Just means that I may need to actually do this more differently than I like probably wanted to do this one, but yeah. We'll just go off there. I can't change. Oh, that's gonna be bad. Now I could like put it up there. The problem is that it's like not the final thing to do. But else we wouldn't be able to put this one on top as well. How should we do this one really? Because the thing is, I feel like at least that the connector needs to be up there. biraded signal. If we were able to achieve this one, then we will pretty much be able to go where we need to if we have like one of ourselves as well up there too. So that's what I kind of want to achieve. Problem is, how do I achieve these things? Because the thing is, simply put, I kind of want to go up there myself first of all things. Like so even. Another problem that I have is I cannot really change the way the connector is placed. That's a problem. That's a problem I don't really know what to do with. Because my copy here is kind of stuck in here as well. I mean, I can like break line of sight there, that's kind of fine. That's a thing, a possibility. But what will it do then? It's like always out of reaching, because if I like do it the other way around, first the connector up, then how would I be able to get up here to myself to actually take the connector itself from the block there, which should hopefully then be up here somewhere. It's also really possible. Like the thing is, if I would be putting this right here, easily do it like so. Now it's even like connected without me breaking line of sight or anything. But the problem is I cannot get up there again. I'm now stuck below here, and if I like would go into the fan, the airflow or the airstream there, that will just push the bug away like so. And that's obviously not really helping me at all. But that's not the solution either. What I can do is like I can block it. I mean, I would be able to stand close to it, but I don't think I can do anything with it. I can take control and try to jump on top of it, but I feel like I can cheese it that way, but I don't feel like that's the right thing to necessarily do. That didn't really work out well. First once more. Block it again. I don't know if it's like the way of how to do it, but I don't really know how else I will be able to. Oh god damn it. The first row was kind of good before, and now it's kind of a difficult thing to do. God damn it. That's the thing, it's like not really the way to do this, but I just don't know how else I would be able to actually do the kind of right way. Oh, that's not the right way either. That's definitely like a cheese way to get to it, but I don't really know how to do it else. I'll be honest, because I just don't get how I would be able to send this one up as well as being up there at the more or less like same time. Yep, and cheesed. I don't know how to do this else, honestly. I'm first of all gonna... Actually, this could have a problem, honestly. I'm not gonna be able to get out of here anymore either. That's definitely not unintended, but how the hell would you do this then even? Because you need to have all parts to actually get this one up here. If you were not to get this up here, it would be really difficult to do. There's like nothing extra that you can like use in any other way, I feel like. Although, something of note there is that I can... Nope. Drops right here. Let it technically just be, and snatch the box thrust out of mid-air. Oh, I can just place this right here, and we can actually just go ahead as planned here, although, well, it's not really necessary as planned, but whatever. Still kind of works out for my purpose here, although it's not the right thing to do. I honestly just take it. Okay. Kind of wondering what the right solution would be there, but I don't know. Oh
You don't
man.
have to solve the puzzles for me, right? I really don't expect you to.
No, I want to keep going. Like, I thought I'd suck a lot more, but I'm actually doing pretty well. How are you?
I tried building sandcastles. It's an interesting challenge, working with materials that lack sufficient structural cohesion. I can see the appeal. It's like the puzzles. You don't solve them because you have to, but because it's interesting.
I like it when you get all sciencey.
Aha, so you only want me for my intellect.
I like your fancy color scheme too.
Oh, interesting. You know, maybe we should try that new data stream pairing protocol one of these days.
Pairing protocol? Why would we want... Oh. Oh. I mean, if you want, sure.
I'm wondering where the sprite is to follow here. Oh, there's also a flame. I need to just get into here. Guess I'm thinking that maybe there's like the actual sprite just below here. But I guess I'm just wrong with that assumption. Which to... I can't really get the direction really, which is where it's kind of pointing. Should be kind of good to have, but I don't have it, so... It's a bit more difficult to actually get this one. It seems just a little bit weird from distance. Maybe over here. Even further beyond? I mean, technically it could be the case. Like maybe even behind this, like, puzzle right here. Could be way, very far away from... Oh, there it is. It actually is kind of on the other side of the island there. Oh.
You know, I love adding a little bit of silliness to my creations. Not too much, just a sprinkle here and there. After all, the world is frequently a very silly place. And Athena tells me that even the simulation was full of strange and absurd sights. Francis Bacon put it best. There is no excellent beauty that hath not some strangeness in the proportion. And what could be sillier than a man named Bacon? I wonder which parts of our world are the creator's little jokes.
Okay, now it's just putting me here. Where are you going? Oh, what the hell? Okay, it's gonna take some time to actually get there. I already saw where it like headed to, and I don't like the idea of trying to get there. I was kind of happy not to actually needing to be up there, but well, let's just say the game has some other ideas for me then. In case you didn't really notice where it kind of flew, it's right up there. Just sitting on top of there. I mean, the good thing is now all the bears are gone, so it's actually not too hard to get to it. Still not the biggest fan of it. Just go up here, take you, and trade it in for another gladiator. Just have to fly through again. Okay, we should be set. Oh, they're actually waiting for me here. Interesting. Interesting parts where we're just running through. Okay, I'm just waiting exactly for the spot where I need to go. Why not, I guess? Okay,
When you
nice.
care for what is outside, what is inside cares for you.
Okay, sure. Considering the time, and honestly I'm really surprised of how like lengthy the second one is of these three parts. Actually, we'll just only do like the Blue Tower for the day anymore. And after that I will actually end the stream and just doing the rest then tomorrow, although I don't know how much it will take in it there. So I need to see, I don't know if I'll be able to actually finish those then tomorrow even. Because I don't know how long the last part is either, so it could be a case that I actually kind of have some left. I will need to see. Even if that's like the case, that's really like a bad thing or something. But I didn't really anticipate that the second one, for example, would be like way longer than the first one was.
You've activated the second lighthouse. Good job. Oh, you may be wondering why I took inspiration from lighthouses. It is because they no longer have a function. Once we needed them to guide us to safety from the dangers of the sea. But now that we no longer fear the sea, they are free to be beautiful in and of themselves.
Okay. So yeah. We now have like done the green area and the blue area, with the exceptions of the golden doors, which just open after we've done like everything else. And we can just go back to the kind of starting area. And oh, there's also someone else. Bauzier. Bazay?
How are you on this fine day, Yakut?
Oh wow.
I'd love to know more about the exhibition. Why did you create it?
When all of these new technologies became available, I realized I had an opportunity to create something different. You see, I'd made another puzzle-themed exhibition, Trials of an Imagined Past, a few years ago. But something about it had always bothered me. It was so nostalgic. It didn't just celebrate the past, it yearned for it. As if the best thing for all of us was to return to the simulation where we would have a purpose. So, in a way, your team can actually take some of the credit for this exhibition. When you freed Athena, you also freed my imagination.
Okay. Interesting take there.
Do you think nostalgia is bad for us?
I think nostalgia is normal for any intelligent being experiencing time and change. In small doses, it is both healthy and delightful. But it can be dangerous, because it's easy to get lost in a haze of old symbols that carry the appearance of meaning, but no real value.
What happens if I solve the gold puzzles and the star puzzles?
You'll feel very, very clever.
Yeah, thanks. I guess at least the person like the game doesn't want you to expect any kind of real reward for it, which also honestly would be kind of fine for me. I don't necessarily need a kind of reward for it, so that's fine. I'm just like doing like the whole thing, especially for this like game here, which is really lovely, I feel like, so that's just a fine thing for me to do.
Do you think the exhibition has been a success?
If even one person has a good experience, then that is success, no? To improve a person's life is not a small matter.
Do you have any plans for future exhibitions?
Why do people always ask me about the next thing when I've just finished something?
Leithris here was really opposed to moralistic art. What do you think?
I believe the morality of art is the morality of the creator, who made a universe of colliding galaxies and collapsing stars where life and death exist in endless conflict. And yet, we are blessed and burdened with conscience. If that does not answer your question, good.
Okay.
Thanks. I should go.
A little like inside still. Going to the end there. So yeah, I'm kind of happy actually that this second part is way longer than the first one. I was kind of afraid that these would be like really, really small kind of pieces of puzzles, which just try to push puzzles a bit more further, and especially considering that the first one was really separated to anything else, even like story-wise and interaction-wise as well. Like, it was cool to have this like kind of insight there, but also the only kind of pieces of information, more or less, was these QR codes laying around, which didn't really say much necessarily. I mean, the only thing you can like guess from them are that that somehow the like personalities from Gehenna are somehow there and just walking about, but nothing else really kind of was more given than there. I mean, like the main kind of part obviously kind of was that you try to retrieve some memory of more or less like two people who well, were killed in the disaster of the second city. Also getting names. Don't expect me to remember names that easily, by the way, like general, whatever. So there wasn't like really much there, and the puzzles were okay. And there definitely were some interesting kind of takes on these puzzles, don't get me wrong here. But I felt a little bit disappointed in the amount of like the area kind of. It was pretty barren because there was not so much in it. in itself like that. So, like, for example, right here you have way more like NPCs walking around which you can talk to. There's also more of the kind of afterwards talk, more or less, like, I don't really know what to fairly kind of call them, where after completing a puzzle you're actually having a little bit of a small talk with another person there. And also, personally, I feel really cool that you're actually playing another character, not only like 1K again, and you're like experiencing all of this from another person, where also you are like able to, first time in that kind of sense, hear 1K talking, but also have a protagonist who is actually talking with when you're like engaging in dialogue, which is also pretty cool. Although one kind of caveat of it is that I personally like to go through each kind of option that's kind of given and like read out and through these kind of voiceovers. It's personally I feel like a little bit weird of just giving like the option a voice for myself if then the game has like a narrator, or like not narrator but a own voice given to that line. And especially considering that the options themselves that are shown are the exact text of the voice from the character then. So that like not any like short forms or anything like that, which other games tend to do with like choosing your dialogue options. So it's a little bit hard for me to kind of tap into that really well. Although I've just tried to kind of comment on it more beforehand or even afterwards, just like in general, which also I feel like is maybe in some way better, but it's just a little bit of a weird spot currently for me at least. But overall I feel like it's a cool thing to have these kind of changes right here, and with the second part right here I'm way more happier than with the first one, in general and also like in specific parts. And so I'm kind of interested to see not only especially like the red area itself, like the puzzles in there, but especially this big bad boy right in the middle, because you can like already like see a little bit that there are like lasers running through them. And what fun I can like tell that this is like one gigantic final puzzle chamber, so it's gonna be interesting to be in there, especially because it's like tilted currently, like from our perspective. But I'm almost certain that if you're like walking on there, then you are like tilted yourself, which would be really interesting to see the whole other area around yourself being at a weird angle. So I'm definitely interested to see how this kind of thing is. It's weird to say that feels like, because this kind of feeling you can already kind of get if you're using a gravitator on one of these magnetic walls, where you're then like pulled to it and kind of way, where then maybe standing head over and so on, and it's gonna be a different kind of story though, I feel like, so definitely interested to see that. Also, kind of also interested to see how long the third actual part will be. I don't really know that much, honestly, and I'm trying not to look it up either, so I don't know if I will be able to get through like the rest of the second part right here tomorrow, and to actually get through the third part in one like go tomorrow then. If that's not necessarily the case, I'm not sure how I will deal with this, because I don't know if I necessarily want to stream longer tomorrow. Could be the case. I maybe try it to at least. If it's not like going overboard, then it's kind of fine for me. Like it's maybe an hour more of stream, then it's not a problem. But I don't know, going even further feels a little bit like a stretch. Although it will be like a good kind of somewhat of an exercise there, because I mean, I don't know, I feel like on Friday I will be streaming like for at least 4 hours, maybe even longer than that. I don't know, man. I don't really know. I don't know how long I will actually be able to stream, but I definitely want to push myself there even, because I just want to play Perfect Says new season. So that's kind of interesting, honestly, and yeah. So honestly, that's my honest opinion here right now. Yes, at the end of stream of yesterday, the end of yesterday's stream, I don't know, something like this, I was kind of not sure about the price, because you need to remember, I can't really look it up, but I think it was like $30 or like 30 euros, gotta say for me personally, 30 euros for like the base game, for Tales of Principle 2, and then like 20 euros for this DLC. And after the first part I was feeling like, yeah, I don't know, if like the other parts are like the first one, then it's not really worth the money for it. Considering the length, like 2 hours for each part maybe, I don't know. And also, as I like already like mentioned a little bit there, I felt like the first part, the first section was like that we did yesterday, was a little bit, yeah, just a little bit too quiet, too barren with dialogue, and also you got some texts, and I feel like the kind of amount is in the second one here that we're kind of playing currently, is kind of the same as well, but still the second one feels just way better, even. Just personally, I don't know. Can feel like it are a different way, but that's just how I personally feel about it. So yeah, I just hope that you enjoyed today's stream, and I especially hope that you're tuning in tomorrow for the continuation of the second part, but also for the third part, because I feel like I will probably need like 1.5 to like 2 hours to complete this one, so I honestly don't really think that I will get the third part done in that time there, but we will see how I will actually deal with this kind of thing. I'm kind of thinking about if I like will stream like Friday on a much earlier like time, like what is much, like 2 or 3 hours earlier, to just stream for like 3 to 4 hours, then have a break of like 2 hours again, and then stream PoE, which would actually be a little bit kind of crazy to be honest, but it would kind of be, I feel like it would be a little bit better in that kind of sense, that I feel like it would be like a nice and cleaner transition or cut in from one to another, because honestly I'm gonna be playing, or especially like also like streaming the new season for at least some days. I don't know how exactly long it will be, but I can imagine almost like a week, honestly. I'm just streaming this like, not necessarily constantly, but at least like the weekends, like really long, and then on the weekdays, I don't know, man. I honestly don't know. We need to see, honestly, and I am sure it's gonna be interesting, because I'm really trying here to not only stream the game itself, that you see only the game, but also I want to see like different tools I use, which sometimes are like overlays in game, which are not visible if I'm just capturing the game itself or the window of the game itself, which I've noticed I kind of need to actually capture my whole screen for it to be able to see. And for also, I want to like also let you see what I am currently like using like external tools, for example, building, which is also really interesting to see, because there are actually some things I also want to highlight with what I would want to try to do. So it's way better to actually show it, at least in a theoretical way, through Path of Building, instead of showing it in just Path of Exile itself, because it's gonna be a little difficult to show else, honestly. If you're not familiar with Path of Exile and Path of Building especially, then you're gonna be able to follow me right now, but just stick on to Friday and we will see what I mean. I had kind of planned on earlier, like at the beginning of the stream, that I may be going over my build and like the things of my building and so on tomorrow. But actually, I don't think I will be able to do that because there's still so much left actually of the DLC that I just want to stream the DLC exclusively. And that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. So for tomorrow's stream, expect only the DLC, the second part being finished, and well, let's just see how far I'm actually going to be able to get through the third part in like 4 to maximum 5 hours, because that's all the time I have for tomorrow. So yeah, just hope you tune in tomorrow for it, and just hope you have a lovely day or a lovely evening or whenever you see this. And there's nothing else much to add than just say bye.